live, apparently. At least that's what I've been told. And we're here in Axon, Maine, which is right across from Forge Memory. And we do like our Viking themed, inspired, neat stuff. One of the pieces I brought back, or we brought back, from Blade Show Atlanta 2025 is right here. And I got this for a steal. I think they had it on show spec $150, and I got it for $75 because I got it for half off on Sunday. And you can't have my damn sword. 5160 spring steel Mark Winch, 9th century Hanwei Tinker Viking Sword. Very cool. Really happy with this. It does have it's got that cool fuller, or to those who still call it a blood groove. I don't call it that. Now, if you're looking for a historical Viking sword, this isn't it. It is a Pintang. It's not a historical construction. That's not what I was going for. But this is light. It is sharp. It is springy. And it is awesome. Now, it's got a hell of a tip on it too, which I did not expect on a Viking style sword with that particular century designation, if that makes sense. I expect it to be more rounded. I was trying to find some info on this. I cannot find this at the moment, but I did find a little bit on the blunt version. This is the sharp version, and Cheyenne and I are going to be doing a little bit of cutting with it at some point. For the blunt version, it's showing $389 from MSRP. Well, not a direct copy. Doesn't claim to be. Okay. It is peened. Yeah, I mean, so assuming that it's got the same heat treat as the blunt version, 5160 Mark Winch, spring steel, peen pommel, Tinker approved. It says 2 pounds, 12 ounces. It moves quite easily. And we're going to see if we can get Cheyenne to play with this just a little bit, because I'm always trying to get Cheyenne to play with something. She's giving me a weird look for some reason. If you guys would like to see that. Look, here's Cheyenne sitting on her butt over here, where she should be playing with this sword. Give him an idea. Give him some impressions on this sword, Cheyenne. There's Viking Steve on the wall there. All right. Here you go. I'm going to put this up because I don't need it now.
We'll say it's very front heavy. What test are we doing today?
We're going to do some water bottle cutting, and I think we've got some fruit we need to process, right?
Yes. Now, personally, there is one downfall.
What don't you like?
On the pommel, how sharp that corner is.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
So, while holding on to it, especially when you bring your wrist down, right there likes to dig right into your wrist.
Well, and
especially bringing it down.
It's going to move a lot different than your Japanese style swords.
Right.
Than your Asian inspired.
Even the weight brings that sword, that pommel right there down into your wrist.
And a lot of times it does lock in. What I've found is if I modify my grip to this so that slips past versus locks in, that it works pretty good. And it's quite maneuverable. So what we're going to do, because we like cutting things, is we're going to do some cuts with it, okay? So this is not going to be coming in, for Casey Geary and so forth. Give me a weird look. going to be more sweeping cuts, more horizontal. We're going to come in, try to do a couple cuts on some water jugs. We've got some water bottles. And then I think we've got, what else are we cutting?
Watermelon.
Watermelon? Are we cutting pineapple?
Sure.
Cutting pineapple and watermelon. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, do so. Otherwise, we're not going to invite you on our next raid, which is probably going to be a fridge raid after we go across the street to Nick's and get some gummies and get the munchies.
Now, if we have tall people.
All right, guys, be sure to like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and get things underway here. Cheyenne, do you want to grab the...
Watermelon?
Yeah, you grab the watermelon. Grab the water bottles. It's going to be a little dark outside, so bear with us. We're going to see how well this works. We've got a pole light out here, so you'll be able to see a little bit. Can you stab me once? Depends on how pretty you are. So I'm going to wait on Cheyenne to get out here, and what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to turn the camera around. That way we've actually got a better camera, and see how that goes. Okay? Put my glasses on for this because I can't see worth a damn. Okay, Cheyenne.
Yes.
That's always entertaining. Do you want to do the first cut with this, or you want me to?
You go ahead first.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to turn this around so that we'll get a little better view on things here. The translation. All right, here we go. And I'm actually going to move this back here by my motorcycle real quick. But, okay, Cheyenne, so you're working camera right now.
Yep.
So we're going to switch off on this just a little bit. And I'm going to move this back because I don't want it to fall off.
Okay.
Okay. Far from a clean cut, but effective. Cheyenne, you're up. Later, man. All right, let me zoom in on this just a little bit. Go ahead when you are ready.
Okay.
Okay, who do you think did the better job? Comment below. You like that?
I actually kind of like this.
It's a cool piece.
I indexed differently how you did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't stick it in right.
Happens sometimes. Let me see if I can get more than one cut. I'm actually going to see if I can. It has a sharp edge. It doesn't have a really sharp edge, but.
You want me to fill it up?
Yeah, go ahead and put a little more water in it. I don't see a point in wasting that much right there. It's got a sharp edge. It doesn't have an extremely sharp edge. will cut. It bites reasonably well. I like it. This is a springy blade. It's durable. There you got to hear it sing just a little bit. And I think a person could swing this for a while. I think any Viking would be, thrilled to have something like this compared to the materials that they had at the time. And it's going to stay straight. It's going to hold an edge. It's a cool, fun piece. Cheyenne gets back here, then we're going to do some more cool, fun stuff. I think this is going to be more fun when we do the fruit cutting than anything. So, Cheyenne, thrust or cut on this?
I'm going to see you thrust.
You usually do. All right. You're going to see. And there it pees on me.
Slicer. I think you got me and you at that.
That was awesome.
Hmm.
So the tip works quite well for penetration on this. This is a fun piece. Could it be sharper? You can always make it sharper. Put too sharp of an edge on a sword, on an axe, on a knife, and what you're going to end up with is rolled edge or chipped edge. We don't want to take material away. We can't really put it back efficiently. So let's see what we got. So what are you going to do first on this? Are you going to do a cut or?
I kind of want to stick it in to see if it's going to go.
All right. Once more, if you haven't subscribed yet, it's a great time to do so. All right, I got you zoomed in a little bit here.
Are we through? Ready?
Yep. God.
I got myself wet on that one.
Okay. Well, it's split here. I can tell you who cut better on that one, but you guys tell us. That was fun. When I drink the good water out of that, I put the sap water in. Okay, so first fruit is going to be what?
Watermelon. Pineapple.
Okay, so pineapple. Are you doing pineapple or watermelon? Can you trim the top off the pineapple? No, I mean with the sword.
Okay.
You might want to remove the tag though. All right, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Oh.
It's still good.
That was kind of cool. Clean cut.
Okay.
That's actually a nice cut.
I'm going to alternate back and forth on this just a little bit.
I am moving. I don't want pineapple thrown at me.
I think this is dense enough. It should go through, right?
It did for me.
How's it looking?
Get her.
It's mostly clean. So, this is paying homage to when the Vikings made it to Hawaii. And then created Jason Momoa's lineage. Anyway, Cheyenne was going to cut that again. All right.
So there's the top and bottom I just did for you.
Okay.
Now it should sit more level for you.
I guess so.
Oh, pineapple hurts when it gets in.
I skipped across the top. Okay, so for kitchen use, I'm going to recommend it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, hey, it works. Guaranteed, we're not wasting this. We will wash it. This is always fun. Well, I just cut. Are you going to do this one or am I going to do this one?
Oh, I get the first cut on this one.
All right, let's see what we got. Almost.
I got it. I just got to pull it out.
You couldn't pop it? All right.
Oh, that's cheating. You gotta cut your piece.
I did. That's good watermelon.
Yeah, it is. I think I chose good ones. Keep it on the post.
You go over there. Oh, okay.
Nice staying back there. Wow.
Stayed on the post.
Now, here's the thing. Show them how close you got with that cut. Hold on. They can't see you.
I got a pretty clean cut on that, so that's rind, but I guess right. Not bad. Cheyenne?
I don't think I can keep it on the post.
Okay, how about you want to do some chopping on that?
How do you want it chopped?
Well, don't cut deep into the wood, but wasn't
That
a
is
very
barely
much of a
tapping.
chop.
I know, but that's...
Keep in mind, it's double-edged.
Yep, I stopped.
So, do you believe that watermelon rind armor could be effective against the Vikings?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't have too many sharp broadswords, European style, because majority of what I have is Asian.
Oh, you got... Nice.
But this one works quite well.
Oh.
And we're going to hope that was fireworks.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dave. All right, guys. So, Cheyenne, do you want to do any more cutting on that one? There's actually a piece on the top that needs to come off. It's cut the next one, you think?
You want that half or the other one?
That one. That's a good watermelon.
Yeah, it is.
That was Thor. He is angry at you. You broke the watermelon, Cheyenne.
I broke the watermelon.
But hey, that's how we process fruit around here. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and go back inside. I'm going to grab the sword. Cheyenne, do you want to start bringing the fruit in?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Sharp swords are a wonderful way to start processing food in your kitchen, in your home, around back next to City Hall behind the cop shop. So this is, what can I say?
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. If you're not going for a historically accurate piece, if you're going for something sharp, durable, affordable, reasonably affordable, it's just cool, why wouldn't you buy one? Okay? Like I said, my first impression was, no, this is not a historically accurate piece. I don't want a historically accurate piece. I want one I can go and chop things with, that I can have fun with, that I'm not going to tear up, something that's durable, something that I'm going to get a good, I'm getting a good value on this piece. So I've got to say that no, I really, I mean, you could do that, Vanna, but that's not, I wouldn't recommend it. That sounds, probably wouldn't be the best life choice. But no, as far as, excuse me, watermelon belch. As far as doing some test cutting and all, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. Would I use it for reenactment? Sure would. Would I catch hell from some other people, yet others would admire it? Most likely. Let me grab something to wipe this off with real quick. This is now this is likely to stain, being it is a high carbon steel, it's 5160. So if you're cutting acidic things like fruit or meat or anything like that, it is likely that this is going to tarnish, okay? And what I like about this, you get a lot of swords that are overly heavy, and this is within reason. Now, balance points, I'm gonna call it reasonable. Maneuverability, absolutely. Would I recommend chopping wood with it? Probably not. This one, Has an ever so slight little hook on the tip. I need to take that off with the stone. But this is a very cool, awesome sword. And it's not overly heavy. So what I can say about that is that if you are going to do some cutting with it, or you are going to be carrying it in costume, or maybe just for daily use, I mean, it could be one hell of an EDC. That this particular sword could it could be a badass piece. Now, what do I think I want to have to do as far as maintenance on this? One, probably take a rust eraser to it just for what I have. You know, I've got fruit juice on it, and that's acidic, and it's already starting to etch my blade just a little bit. You may be able to see, but that's okay. Maybe I want this to develop a little bit of a patina. That's one way I could do it, I suppose. I could also use some cold bluing. Or use some ferric chloride or phosphoric acid. There's different things, and of course, anytime you're working with anything corrosive, you should be quite cautious about that. But I really don't want it rusted, but I do kind of like the idea of having that a little more rustic. And this particular piece with the stippling, the dimpling on the crossguard and the pommel, it has this kind of neat wire inlay around the pommel. That's cool. And it does have a peen tang, so that locks it in quite well. What, how many people have you killed with that? Nobody yet. I've got other priorities. Leather wrapped wood cord grip, and it's quite thin. It's quite light. It fits the hand nicely, allows me to index very well. Now, something if this was a traditional pommel, this would have two rivets going through here. It wouldn't peen here. It would actually peen right here. And this would be a two-piece pommel with it being riveted on the sides, which would cap off that the peen of the tang, allowing less material to be used, which would generally be softer iron, and then twisted iron core with higher carbon steel edges. Viking weapons, like most weapons of the time period, were pattern welded. You get into some like the Ulfbert, which were crucible steels, but some of those were still, crucible steel pucks that were stacked up and forge welded together. So this is just an awesome piece that I can highly recommend. Now, I don't have my casts. I don't have my Hanwei bearded axe I used to have, but I do have some cold steel axes that would go well with this, along with some other Viking axes. But this is just a cool piece, and I'm just waiting to see who ends up carrying this in our parade on Labor Day for our Labor Day celebration here in St. Elmo. Dirty Mike and the boys looking for a Toyota Prius. Hey, whatever works for you. How long have I been blacksmithing? About 31 years. Yep, I've been making blades and other things, mostly blades, for about 31 years. So I started when I was 10 or 12.
About 30. You're 32 right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, 32 years. My bad. I forget how old I am. Too damn old. But I've got to say that this is a cool piece. It is a fun piece, and if you're in the market for a cool Viking style broadsword,
I recommend it.
Yeah, Cheyenne even recommends it. Now I've got to find one of these that's a single edge version, because the single edge were actually quite common, but not as much as in popular culture as what the double edge and cruciform style swords were. Travis Jones, I can make a better sword. Very cool, man. You should make one and do a video on it. I encourage you. I've got some reverse falchions in the other room I've been working on that are at a 1080. And I may end up doing one at 80 CRV too. But, dude, I paid $75 for a Mark Winch 5160 steel Hanwei Viking-ish sword. I'm happy with it. I couldn't be much happier. Somebody would be like, what if it was two-handed? Be like, yeah, I just like it, guys. This is going to look cool on the wall. I'm still going to go cut some more watermelons with it, maybe some cantaloupes, and God only knows what. Do you do custom work like commissions? Yes, I do. You can find us on Facebook at Axon Main Forge Memory. You can see some of my work on Forged in Fire, Season 4, Episode 2, Deerhorn Knives. You can see some of my work on Discovery Channel, Season 1, Episode 1, Flintlock Axe Pistol. Looked a lot like that thing right there. You can see Cheyenne on Forged in Fire, Season 9, Episode 5. She's the third one from the shop to go to the show. Can you make a wood cane with a 5-inch blade? I can if you would like. How hard would it be to forge a short staff with an average long sword length and an average... Okay, so that would be a little difficult to do, to have something that would be structurally sound, because you're going to have a lot of material that is needed for strength removed to accommodate the blades. But it wouldn't be difficult to forge those blades, to put that all together and make it work efficiently and be strong. That would be the challenge. Thank you. So, yeah, absolutely. I believe this is something you can customize as well if you really wanted to. And, hey, I'm happy with my sword. You guys have a great one. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. Cheyenne and I will be back doing some more cutting videos, doing some more builds. You can check us out for firearm reviews, for cutlery reviews, for bushcraft and outdoor fun stuff. What kind of forge do I use? Dude, it just kind of depends. I've got a small Atlas forge in Forge in Memory over here that we do our forging experiences with. I've also got a 5-burner Majestic. I've got a couple like 2-burner Hell's Forge styles. And then I've got a, I don't know what that is, from like 1940 over here in the corner. Plus I've got some coal forges. When we go to Turtle Island and teach down there, we just use the coal forges. But we use a lot of different forges. All right. Well, you guys have a great one. We'll catch you in a few. And you look like you hit your stepkids. Well, wet paper, I don't, but, you know, you kind of sound like you got little man syndrome. It'll be okay. All right, you guys, be sure to subscribe. We'll catch you in a few and see you in some future videos. Later.